A secret government operation unfolding in the shadows, bringing back women linked to one of the world's most notorious terror groups, while the Prime Minister flat-out denies it to the nation's face. What if your leaders are playing a dangerous game of deception that could reshape Australia's security forever? Stay tuned, because this scandal is about to explode. If you're hooked on uncovering the truth in Aussie politics, smash that subscribe button right now and join the fight for transparency. Now, diving into the heart of the storm, opposition leader Sussan Ley has launched a blistering attack on Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, accusing him of deliberately misleading Parliament over a covert plan to repatriate so-called ISIS brides from Syrian camps. These women, Australian citizens who traveled to join the Islamic State Caliphate years ago, have been stranded in dire conditions with their children since the group's collapse in 2019, and whispers of their return have ignited a firestorm of controversy. Ley points to damning evidence that federal authorities, including NSW police, are already gearing up for their arrival, coordinating with international partners to handle logistics, security assessments, and community reintegration programs. But here's where it gets jaw-dropping. Just days ago, Albanese stood firm in question time, insisting there were no active plans to bring them home, dodging pointed queries with deflections that left MPs and the public reeling. Critics argue this isn't just political spin, it's a potential breach of trust that could endanger lives if these individuals, some allegedly radicalized, slip through the cracks upon return. Flash back to the origins. Over 40 Australian women and their kids ended up in Al Hol camp after ISIS's defeat, facing starvation, violence, and radical influences, prompting humanitarian calls for repatriation balanced against national security fears. Ley demands answers, claiming the PM's denials contradict leaked reports of ongoing preparations, including risk evaluations by ASIO and health checks for the children involved. And just when you think the plot can't thicken, sources reveal that similar operations in 2022 successfully brought back a handful without major incidents, but this time, the scale could be larger, involving up to a dozen families. Is this a compassionate move to rescue innocents or a reckless gamble inviting terror back to our shores? Ley's push for a full inquiry has opposition benches rallying, while government insiders scramble to justify the secrecy as necessary for operational safety. Midway through this unfolding drama, remember you're watching Aussie Political Updates, your go-to source for raw, unfiltered insights into the power plays down under. As tensions escalate, with Ley vowing to hold Albanese accountable and experts warning of legal ramifications if misleading statements are proven, the nation holds its breath. Will Parliament erupt into chaos? Or will the PM reveal a masterstroke that silences his critics? One thing's certain, this isn't over yet, and the revelations could shatter alliances. For the latest twists in this high-stakes saga and more explosive stories, stick with Aussie Political Updates, subscribe, like, and share to keep the truth alive. Now, diving deeper into this unfolding drama on Aussie Political Updates, let's unpack what Carney's pessimism really means for the world stage. With tariffs locked in place, Canadian exports face a 25% hike, squeezing industries from automotive to agriculture and sending shockwaves through global supply chains. Australia, watching from afar, feels the heat too. Our own trade ties with both nations could wobble if this escalates. Carney's team scrambles, floating ideas like joint task forces on climate and tech to sweeten the pot, but Trump's inner circle leaks that he's eyeing leverage for midterm wins. In a moment that stunned observers, Carney referenced past warnings, painting Trump as a leader using economic weapons to dominate neighbors. Remember that fiery speech where he accused the US of trying to break Canada for ownership? It echoes now, fueling speculation of wild scenarios, from currency unions to absurd talks of statehood absorption. But wait, a surprise twist hits when a Canadian official reveals off-record optimism about future calls, suggesting Trump might budge if border migrant flows drop. This back-and-forth builds tension, with economists predicting inflation spikes if unresolved. As allies like Mexico align with Canada, the pressure mounts on Trump, who tweets defiantly about America first. For Aussies, this matters. Our exports to the US could face similar scrutiny, reshaping Pacific trade dynamics. The big question lingers: will Carney's next move crack the tariff code, or ignite a full-blown crisis? Stay tuned as this story evolves, and remember to like and share for more insights from Aussie Political Updates.